hi there and welcome back, or welcome if you haven't been here before. I haven't done any videos recently simply because the stubble that I've been on has been really hard work, and even though I found the odd thing, not enough to warrant, you know, a proper video. And I don't think I've been on YouTube long enough to put out a best of yet. But anyway, today I've come to a place which I know some of the fields have already been cultivated, and I'm really looking forward just to being able to get the coil down really low. We're in army country here. But I thought I'd give the stubble one more go and check out this field first, and it hasn't disappointed because already I've found a really lovely little Roman coin. Looks like a 4th century bronze. It was literally on the surface. I can see the emperor, it's probably Constantine or one of those House of Constantine's coins. I can see a const, and that's really lovely because I just haven't really been finding nice things recently. Good start. Long may it continue. Anyhow, we'll do this stubble for a little bit longer and then get onto some proper ground. Gosh, I might even stay here for a while. I've just found another one. Ah, it's like being in Spain. September the 7th or 8th. And it is boiling in the UK at the moment. It's absolutely lovely. We're being really lucky. Lovely sound, that. And it's just here. Another little 4th century bronze, but in really good condition. The ground's being really nice to these coins. 2 soldiers, 1 standard. Can't remember that one. 330, 335. There's one with 1 standard and there's another with 2 standards, and they're very similar, but they're perfect to date because they're very exact. And that's got a really lovely head on it as well. Whoa, hooray! Well, I think we might have to go and find a cultivated field. I'm simply not getting close enough to the ground here, and I think I'm wasting my time. Those 2 little Roman coins, and I found a little bit of a fibula, were quite lucky. We'll come back here when it's been done. There's no point in doing it now. We know the stuff's here, which is good. Ah, do you see? Oh, and by the way, I've just got a new bit of pasture. Deep pasture, hasn't been ploughed for years. Quite near a church. I was on it for 20 minutes yesterday. I found Georgian, Roman, all sorts of things in very clean ground. There's no trash there at all. And it's going to make a brilliant video for using the XP Deus Lite on deep pasture, because you've really got to look out for those tiny little wispy signals. And it just proves that whatever they say, and there's a lot said about the Deus doesn't go very deep, it's rotten on pasture, absolute rubbish. I was finding really lovely bits and pieces from quite way down. So we're going to do that on the next video, and I think it'll be really interesting. It's like being in the dry part of Spain or Italy at the moment. It's like being in a desert. It's lovely and so warm. And there's a tractor just behind me, or rather just in front of me now, disking this field, and I'm just being able to pick stuff off the surface. And I've just found this, and it literally was on the surface, so I didn't have to dig. Not particularly exciting sounding. And I'm just brushing away with my feet. And it's a little hammered coin. It's really lovely digging at the moment. It's got a shield on one side, and I don't know, probably James or Elizabeth, I'm thinking. You may not be, I hope you can hear me above the noise of the tractor. But anyway, that's really lovely. It's a really, really nice find. Hooray, back on the silver. And I don't feel nearly as guilty digging up a few of these onions when I was last here, because look how many they've left. When they harvest them, there's big proper onions all over the place. Look at this one. Oh, I take him home with me. Gosh, it's like being on the beach. Wish I had my swimming trunks on. Not only is it boiling hot, but it's the sand. It's like detecting on dry sand. You don't have to dig. Just brush it away with your feet. It's the most spoiling metal detecting you can do. It's wonderful. And I've just found something seriously exciting. My heart's still beating a little bit, but I'm going to wait till I get into near the trees and sit down and show you properly. And I've just found a very nice early thimble as well. And a little bit of crotal bell. It's all happening today. God, for me this is the new season. The only thing I really need is some more sun cream. First day of the new season. There we are, it's in there somewhere. It's like having a sand scoop, like I see people who metal detect on the beaches using. I'm not very good with a sand scoop. There. Oh, that's not very exciting. It's a bit of rubbish. Gosh, making that tiny bit of aluminium, making that sound. I thought that was going to be... Ah, rats. Anyhow, I'll show you the thimble, but not the really exciting thing yet. I don't know. I think I can see by the way the indentations are on this thimble that it is quite an early one. It doesn't look machine made to me. Perhaps it is, I don't know. It's quite orange in colour, which makes me think it might be a bit more modern than I thought originally. But it's a nice little find. And then a nice little bit of crotal bell. Very silver. The silver crotal bell, I doubt it. But look at that, well look, I mean that really is. Maybe it is a silvered crotal bell. Well, there's a bit of wind blowing through here, but I hope you can hear me okay. Now I'm over the moon by this. As I said just after I found it, it's finding things like this sometimes I find it really hard to go on because it's just too, you know, you can't stop thinking about them. But when I first saw it, I thought it was one of those little wasted lead weights or whatever they are. I think they could even be Roman or medieval. They usually have a hole in them and they're slightly wasted. They look like maybe they would have had a rope or a cord or something going around them. Do you know what I mean? I thought it was one of those and therefore didn't get too excited. And then I noticed it was A, very green and bronzy, and B, it's got loads of rings going around it. I mean, it's got to be Roman, hasn't it? Or Iron Age, even. I don't know what's on the inside. I'm not going to fiddle about with it too much. I'm going to take it home, put it in some distilled water. I mean, gosh, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I'm absolutely cock-a-hoop. What it was for, I don't know. A toggle of sorts. Maybe just still a weight. It might not be anything very interesting. But, oh, it's a first for me, and I'm really excited. Right, we'll go out for a little bit longer, and then I'm not sure how much longer I can last for, because it is hot, and I'm doing this field far too quickly. It's massive, and I can come back another time fairly soon. That's quite scratchy. Some days the scratchy ones are the good ones, today the really nice dingy sharp ones are the good ones, so I'm not very hopeful on this. There's very little trash in this field, it's really nice. So it's a bit bright now. We should really be building sandcastles. Looks like a musket ball. Nope, it's a spindle wall. Gosh, we're finding a bit of everything today. So nice to be out finding good things. Yep, it looks to be a spindle wall, I think. Whatever, bit of lead with a hole in it. Now, I don't know if this is something to get excited about or not. It could be, it really could be. Came out of the ground, big bit of lead. That's what I thought. You find thousands of bits like this every year. But it's got all sorts of markings and things going on it, including Roman numerals. I mean, I thought it was a modern large bag seal, but I don't think it can be. I think it's got a medieval face on that side, a man with a beard. I mean, now, I've read about bullas and things like that, papal bullas. I thought about that, but I don't think it is. But crikey, just one of those days, isn't it? Wow. Does it say pious? Well, you have a look and see what you think. I think this probably merits whizzing back to headquarters for. New headquarters because I've moved house. Hi there, welcome to the new headquarters. I'm still sort of getting everything sort of sorted here at the moment, Tascals. I've only been here a week or so, so I'm just sort of settling in, but getting my bits and pieces here. It's really nice, and I've had this desk for ages. It's nice and big, I can even fit my ring ousel on it. So I'm really pleased. It's a lovely desk, this. I couldn't fit it in my last place. Anyway, let's have a look at this thing. It is a Papal Bulla. I'm pleased to say I've never found one before. I was hoping it was, and it is. There is the one side to it with the faces of St. Peter and Paul. I should know this, I looked it up yesterday. And I also put it on the detectinghub.co.uk, and everyone was very helpful, as always, on that. Link to that in the description below. Anyway, it's Innocent VI, as it turns out to be. You can see his name on that side. I think it's Innocentius. And then you can see PP with a crown or whatever it is on top of it, and 6. So it's badly squashed. I mean, it should be round. But anyway, that's what it is. It's a Papal Bulla. And a first for me, so I'm absolutely thrilled. And then now, this. That I've very rarely found an artifact like this before. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It's the most tactile thing I think I've ever held. I'm not sure what it is. There are various theories from, again, the detectinghub.co.uk. One of which is the one I like, is that it's a beard ring, whatever that is. But I suspect it's some sort of bead. Now, if you look on the inside of it, you can see there's 2 places which are slightly, you can see where it's worn, that there might have been something that it was hanging off. And also, even more excitingly, when I cleaned it, I can see all these bits of yellow enamel in the roundels, which is absolutely beautiful. And I also think that between all that is red enameling. But the more I clean it, I've got a horrible feeling that bronze disease has set in slightly, and I'm actually digging out some of the bronze itself. So I've stopped. I'm not doing anything more to it until I'm a bit more confident of how to go about it. But, you know, it must be Roman or Iron Age, isn't it? Or Viking, as someone pointed out. But anyway, absolutely over the moon. I mean, that just made my day. Brilliant. Back to the field. Right, I'm going to dig this and call it a day. It's just getting far too hot. I'm losing concentration completely. And there's going to be loads in this field. I'll come back. I can't wait to come back. I didn't bring Tasky today, and I'm really glad I didn't. He would have hated this. Dusty, hot, you know, it's just no good, but it's also too close to the road. But hopefully we'll have him out next time. He's getting much easier, much nicer to have out again. Thank God. That's really bright. It's bound to be a cartridge case, not a cartridge case, a rifle round. There we go. Oh, it's a coin. Very green and shiny. A nice Victorian halfpenny to finish up with. Brilliant. What a really good day I've had. I've really enjoyed it. It's good to be back out. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And see you next time.